Time's running out for him. With yellow flags again.
No way! I cannot believe it!
Everyone is fighting here. It's almost for white going into the hairpin.
Goes over to the left as well. Derek going down the inside, goes takes it to turn one. Almost close there.
God, is this a fantastic race! Lost a bit of tire grip here. Man, it's back in 3 seconds. Roars back.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Global Specker Racing. We're here at the Shanghai International Circuit in China for round 2 of Tier 2 Season 11. Joining me in F1 GT302 in the booth tonight is making his long return to the GSR commentator team, 3-time GSR champion and fellow Tier 1 driver. It's Jake, aka AERT Vapor. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. It's great to be back commentating. Obviously, as you said, it's been a long time, but you know, it's always good to get sort of back in the commentary booth and get up to speed again. Obviously, I missed round 1, but I'm here for China. Probably one of my favourite tracks on the F1 calendar, and I think it's going to be a great race today after what we saw in Australia in Tier 2. So yeah, should be good.
Yeah, hopefully so. Shanghai's a very good track. We'll go with that in just a second, but firstly I will get up the race results from last time out. It was a very dramatic race in Australia, with Miranda taking the win by just 3/10 ahead of Hapolito once he got that 10-second remove. Soren then was third, J.A. Holly was fourth, fifth was Abras, sixth was Callum, seventh was Motion God, eighth was Matthew Meister, ninth was Florian Foley, 10th was Mr. Riley, and 11th was Infinity. We then go to the drivers, which of course is the exact same as the race results. And for the constructors, Ferrari lead the way on 30 points. 4 points behind is Red Bull. Then Sauber are in third on 17. Fourth is Williams on 10. And round off our top 5 is VCarb on 8. We shall now go back to the action. And Jake, do you want to take it away for the track information of the Shanghai International Circuit?
Yeah, sure. So Shanghai, obviously, it's very established on the F1 calendar. It's hosted the Chinese Grand Prix now since 2004. We obviously had the break during the COVID era, but we've been back since 2024. The Grand Prix layouts has a length of 5.451 kilometers or 3 miles. It has 16 turns, and the race lap record in real life is by Michael Schumacher in the F2004 during the first season, actually, which is really interesting. Hamilton has the most wins here in real life. Mercedes have the most wins as a constructor, and the last time we raced here in GSR was March 2024 on the F1 23 game. However, we were supposed to race at that date, but the race got cancelled due to low numbers. So the last Chinese Grand Prix was on February 2023 on the 22 game. So it's been, 3 game cycles now.
It's been a
It was
long
won by
time.
Beatnik from Jimbo. So obviously Jimbo still raced in Tier 1. So you can see sort of, it's been that long, but we still have sort of established drivers on the grid, even in Tier 2 and Tier 1 now. Other than that, though, it's sort of a very, it's a very different circuit to most you'd probably expect. It's very low grip. It's obviously got, as I said, 16 corners, but it's got a massive straight towards the end through Sector 3 into the hairpin. A lot of overtaking opportunities. There's the very tight turn 1, very reminiscent of Malaysia, and sort of it's very inspired by other tracks. And as I said, it's low grip, it's hard on the tyres. It's going to make for a very interesting strategy today. And the racing should be good because of it. Should see a bit of a different strategy. Maybe people going on the hard, people going on the mediums at the start. Maybe even a 2-stop we could see today. So yeah, should be good.
Yeah, Yeah, most definitely. Of course, you and I both know, Jake, how interesting the Shanghai International Circuit can be. Of course, we both partook in the Tier 1 race on Wednesday. We both had very interesting races. Of course, you because you started at the back of the grid, whereas and got taken out. Whereas I left. The game kicked me out. Turn 2, which meant we both had to get back up the order. But I recovered to 7th. Did you recover to 5th in the end? Am I correct?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was a very tricky race for both of us.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got disconnected on lap 1, and I was 30 seconds behind on lap 1. So both of us basically dropped dead last, and we both did good recoveries. But I think it goes to show around here, it's never over around a track like this until you actually start getting towards it. Obviously, I did feel very fast yesterday, as explained on the post-race interviews and whatnot. So I'm not going into too much detail about that, but it's sort of the will you need to have, as kind of we've both had, to get back up into the field. You just need to sort of keep at it. China's a track where the race lap times can be very differing. You can have a massive advantage at one point and then have a massive disadvantage. So something you have to keep at, and if you can keep that consistent pace and keep the tyres in check, keep them sort of in that optimal temperature range and keep the grip, you'll be absolutely fine. There's any chance you could win the race today, but it just depends on who can sort of manage that tyres while also making sure they've got a good setup in qualifying to get up high on the grid. Yeah,
absolutely. It's critical that you have a good start around any track, but especially this one. And at the moment, Hapilito tops it, our second place man in the championship on a 133.212. Just behind him, Walters. He wasn't. I'm not going to say he was nowhere in Australia, but he didn't really produce a noteworthy performance there. But second place, he's doing very well so far on a 133.349. Third is Callum on a 133.388. Then we have Jay Holly, the fourth place man last week, on a 133.518. And rounding off our top 5 is Abubakar Hoshiana, a little bit behind on a 133.906.
Yeah, good pace to start. Low 33s it's about right for what I was sort of expecting. Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to get to probably the Tier 1 times that we had, but no. I'd guess we'd probably maybe get down to the mid low 30s. But that's a good start for Hapilito. Obviously, he had the 10-second in. He had the 10-second in Australia, which dropped him down to the detail. So he can be looking for a win today because we sort of saw a bit of dominance from Miranda in terms of the fastest lap, pole lap, and the race win. He's going to want to sort of differ that, and it's sort of happened at the moment with Miranda down in 7th, almost 1.3 seconds lead though. So that's a very good start for him, but I'm sure it could change in this qualifying session. We've still got 9 minutes to go, and I think we can see by the gaps at the moment, there's probably some people that are still experimenting, still trying to get used to the track maybe, so I think it's going to change a lot towards the end of the session. But yeah, it's looking promising for him so far. And also Walters, as you said, with a great lap up there in P2.
Yeah, Tier 1, the pole, I think, Speed Demon set a 131.7. I'm not expecting anyone to get anywhere close to that. I actually had a pretty good quali on Wednesday. I think I did a 32.2, which got me P4. Of course, I'm not expecting these guys to get anywhere near that either, but yeah, it's pretty close so far. Of course, Hapilito, as you said, in an ideal opportunity, but both Ferraris are looking very strong at the moment, with 1st and 4th respectively, as shown with their time trials before we came into the season. But of course, as we all know, the race is a very different animal. Across the line comes Abra now, goes P9 on 34.7. Pavel is next. He's just coming up to the very tricky turn 14 hairpin, where we should see most of the overtakes happen today.
Yeah, we should. I think sort of, well, talking from the experience that we probably both have, as we saw yesterday, turn sort of the massive DRS straight is a big opportunity, but also I think it's the fact that the hairpin is so sort of wide open. You can take a wide sweeping line in from the outside, try and get back and hang it around the outside, but you can also obviously go down the inside.
Oh my god!
Crashed.
My days!
That's
big.
That is big. That's gonna, yeah, as you said, that's thrown a curveball in it, hasn't it? Commander looked imperious in Australia, and now he's already out in qualifying. So the best he's going to manage is P7. I don't see him staying there. We have a lap time to look at the moment. So, and with Hapolito, I think he was just on a lap, but he didn't improve. And with sort of the people who've got behind him, Abra, Soren, there's going to be people improving all around him. So he's going to have to find a bit more time in the race. And sort of, he's going to have to make his way up the field if he wants to get anywhere near the race when like he did in Australia.
Yeah. Hapolito has invalidated. Ridzerd is in the wall. Soren at the moment, he's not looking like he's got the pace from Australia because he's, well, I know he's only done one lap, but I'm guessing he must have made a mistake there because, yeah, I mean, he was right up there at Australia, but he's at the moment not really doing anything really impressive at the moment. Abu is up in the first sector. Callum's up in the first sector. Yeah.
Callum's 24-2, is just over a tenth up, and he's looking pretty solid so far as he comes in through the middle sector, sweeps in. Carrion maybe wants to carry a bit more speed than that through there, but he's okay as he comes to the middle sector split. Let's see, he's still a tenth up. He's carried that advantage. Good apex there. Just to stay on the throttle a bit wide, might cause him a bit of a roll.
Always off.
And he's ran wide, not lap over for Callum, but because we've now got Walters on a lap, he's on a 24-4 first sector split. So one thing I've noticed is that Walters seems to be slower than Callum in the first sector, but he makes it up in this part of the track. So that's going to be interesting to see how he can sort of maybe recuperate a bit of time in the first sector. Maybe just saving a bit of tyre as he goes, as you say, faster in the middle sector. 3/10 up. So this is a good lap from Walters. This good exit as well, a lot better than Callum. We can see, and he's on as he sweeps through that right-hander. Very nice exit there from Walters. He's looking strong here. Yeah,
he is. It looks like to me that he's got a much more downforce heavy setup than the likes of Callum does, which might help in qualifying, but I don't think that's going to be the best for the race because he's going to be a sitting duck coming down that 1.2 kilometre straight. Oh, he invalidates though. Oh dear. It would have been fastest as well if it would have done a 33.0.
Yeah, that's gonna pain him. It was looking like a really good lap as well from him. I think I agree with you with the downforce levels. He seemed to be a lot faster in the middle sector than he was throughout the rest of the lap. As we've now, I believe, got Jay Holly on lap as he comes through turn 1. Looking all right so far. Let's see what he's like through this left-hander. Yeah, very clean that from the Sauber. Looks like a good exit as well. We'll see what his first exit like. But yeah, as you said, Walters with a validation at the last corner, and he was on for a great lap, would have been fastest. So he's looking a lot stronger than he was in Australia, but can't help but feel Hapolito's maybe got a bit of time in his pocket because he didn't improve on his second lap.
Yeah.
And I saw he went fast in the first sector on his next lap, so I feel like he could have a bit of time in his hand. But yeah, it's looking, the gaps are still quite open at the moment. You see the top 5 are sort of separated a bit, but I'm sure that could possibly come down on fan runs as, ooh, Holly has a massive moment there. That's not going to help him out, and he's backed off.
4/10 down, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Walters is invalidated again. Here comes Gibbard now, but he hasn't improved. Infinity's improved up to P9, a 34.6. Motion God is a little bit up, is the Brazilian in the Alpine. So he's now coming down towards the hairpin, getting a nice toe from Soren, I believe that is. Nope, sorry, that is Holly. Oh, a big snap of oversteer coming out of the hairpin though, and now out of the final corner comes Motion God across the line. P7, a 34.4. He made good time in that final sector.
Yeah, just looking here, Abral's 5/10 up in the first sector, and he's now a second up in the middle sector. So are we seeing Abral maybe starting to put the hammer down here? We'll see what his final sector's like. It wasn't in terms of split, it wasn't a great first sector, but he found a lot of time, which, and I know from his setup, I'm not going to give too much insight, but I know his wings are about average, so there's not much leeway he's got with the straight line speed, but he's still hitting, what, 340 kilometers per hour. That's very good. As he comes into the final corner here, nice apex there. Look at a good lap from Abra here. Could
Yeah.
we see him maybe jump into top 5? Maybe even higher.
Maybe
As he comes on the
further.
final. Cautious. And he comes a 33.7, so it's not bad. What's probably going to be his final run in qualifying unless he's got enough fuel to go back around and recharge.
Yeah. Here comes Pavel now through 9 and 10. A very difficult traction zone on the track. He's a little bit down on his personal best. Yeah, Abra, it is very clear that he has a lot less downforce compared to the others because he was quite a bit down in that second sector, but he gained it all back in this final sector. But now let's see what Pavel can do. Pavel's got a bit more downforce because he only hit 205 miles per hour versus Abra's 211. So into the final corner now comes Pavel. That's that nicely done. Cross the line. P10.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's okay. Probably going to be his final run unless he's done the same as Abra and he's kept the fuel. Obviously, Abra's going very slowly. I think he's out of fuel though. Unfortunately for Abra, so I think his qualifying's over. So P6 at the moment for him is we've now got Kavik on a lap who's just over a 10th up in the first sector. So this big, very strong lap from him if he can keep it. Very nice on the curb there. Bit wide of the apex though there.
Yeah.
Sector 2 as he comes now around the left-hander. ERS down. What can we see as a benchmark for the sector split? And he's purple despite going wide. It's looking like a good lap. A bit wide again there, but he looks like
it's looking a bit scrappy, isn't it? It's not looking that clean from him.
He's left time. He's left time on the table, but I think he should be okay. I'm just looking at his max speed there, so it's not as high as Abra's, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Ooh, wide there again.
6 he hit. Abra's
almost loses it.
Yep. Decided not to improve. Out of the final corner comes Kvitvik then. Up to the line he comes. Can this be fastest? It is a 33.0. A great final sector from Kvitvik to go fast by 2/10. What can Habalito do in that first sector? 24.4. He's a little bit down on his personal best. Cross the line comes Ridzard now. Second, 33.1 from Ridzard. It was his only competitive lap as well. That is very impressive from the Mercedes.
Walters is flying. He's 2/10 up in the middle sector. It looks like that pace we were talking about is going to recuperate to him. Happilito needs to find this. He's currently second in the standings. He wants to set a benchmark to Miranda, and he's found another 10th. It's good. He's not as fast as Walters in the middle sector, but he's still there and he's still hanging about. As you say, Gergat from Rizzard up to second. Happilito then exits as Walters comes in, hits the apex.
Nicely done.
Very nicely on the curb there. This is big for Walters here. This could pole, or provisionally pole.
Oh, he's wide.
He's ran wide and he's invalidated.
Oh dear. Wouldn't have been pole anyway. Here comes Happilito now. Can he have an answer to Kvitvik? Can he have an answer to his teammate? Out of the final corner comes Happilito then. Is it in the 32s? It's a 32.9. He goes fastest by just half a tenth. Callum though is 3/10. This is going to be close. Here for pole position. Oh, he's run wide though at 14. Oh, this is going to be so tight. Has Callum lost too much time? Out of the final corner he comes. He has, but he's 5,000ths quicker than Kvitvik. And that's it.
What a qualifying session. The margins at the top are so close. Happilito with a great lap at the end. He needed that.
Yeah.
Just under half a clear of Callum, who's 5 milliseconds at a Kvitvik. Rizzard on a 0.1. Top 6 separated by just over 3/10. Great qualifying session there. I can't help but feel though that it could have had that if he didn't keep going wide at certain corners.
Yeah.
It's like he set a 33.0 and he was going so wide. It makes me think there's at least 2/10 in that lap. But still great effort from him, from the Ferraris.
Yeah.
Callum obviously MP2 will be delighted with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Callum would have probably got it had he not have run wide at turn 14. But the top 3 separated by just half a tenth. The top 4 separated by 1.1 tenths. I haven't seen margins in tier 2 like that in a very long time, and we are in for a very interesting race.
Yeah, we really are. You see there, margins. That is, you know, you think a tenth. Think of a tenth of a second separates the top 4. How fast a tenth of a second? Not even a blink of the eye.
No.
That is yeah, that's a great effort from the top 4. Gives a great qualifying session. Just obviously, as we said, we haven't really mentioned him. Miranda, he's down in P15. 1 lap and crashed in qualifying. Going to be a mighty recovery task from him. Soren up to P9, so better than what he had, but still won't be happy with that, Soren. But yeah, cracking qualifying session. We're going to be in for a great race. And as I said before, tyre strategy is going to be key here. Who's going to go on the alternate? Who's going to go for the sort of optimal strategy, medium hard? Let's see.
Yeah. It looks like, from what Walters did go on the softs on his first stop, but he's now changed them to, I think that's the mediums. So he could be going medium hard here, because the thing is, in tier 1, it was very clear that the 1 stop was the strategy to go for, because I remember James or JDJB Jimbo tried it, and he and yeah, it didn't really work for him, did it? You managed to jump him because of it, and yeah. So I was saying to Hapolito before the start to go for the 1 stop if you can, but again, we will have to see. Then this could drastically change the order of the championship, and we are only in round 2. Most of the drivers, it looks like, are on the mediums. No, sorry, the top 3 are. Infinity's on the softs. So Hapolito, Callum, Kvitvic, Holly, Abu, Jibbid, and Motion God are on the mediums, and Ridzard, Walters, Abra, Soren, Matty, Odin, Riley, Miranda, Pavel, and Tanya are all on the hard. So quite a split strategy there.
Yeah, interesting actually that the Ferraris have gone for the same tyre. So both Ferraris on the mediums, both Red Bulls on the hards at the back. That's going to be interesting to see whether they can come through. We've got the RBs on the softest tyres. We've got Calm on the mediums. We've got Infinity on the softs. He's going to be all over the hard runners at the back. We've also got a split between the Saubers, so Soren on the hards, Holly on the mediums. So that means that we're going to have drivers going a lot longer and then coming back at other drivers, but drivers going for the undercut for the hard tyre. The hard you can expect to be the best race tyre most likely,
yeah.
But the medium into the own, especially at the end of the race. So I think I'm looking at Rizzard here. I'm thinking if he can keep that position, P4 maybe, even if he drops to Holly, P5, he's going to be in contention here because he's going to be able to keep ahead of those other hard runners. He's going to be able to come back at these guys at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, around about 10 to 12 on the mediums, and lap 16 to 18 on the hards. So we will have to see then. But it's, as we said, it's gonna be a very interesting race. Could shake up the championship quite a lot, considering Hapolito is up in first and his championship rival is down in 15th, and his other championship rival is down in 9th. So this could be a golden opportunity for not just Hapolito, but for Callum to make up for what was an ultimately pretty, I'm not going to say underwhelming, but not as good of a position as he would have wanted in Australia. He could bounce back from that, but here we go then. Drivers now lock into position. Hapolito with Callum along. Callum missed his grid box. That won't help him. He's going to be starting slightly further back in his grid box. We now wait for the drivers at the back to lock into position, and we will get ready to go racing here in China. All right then, here we go then. turn time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Shanghai. It's lights out and away we go, and it's a good start for our pole man Hapolito. He's already got Callum going to turn 1. Kvitvik might try it as well. Rinsard might try it. Up the inside goes Kvitvik, but he somehow doesn't get damage from that, and he's trying on his teammate. Oh, who was that in the back? I think that was Tanya Holly. Holly, Holly's out. Oh dear, there's carnage at the second corner, and we have a virtual safety car already. That is a dreadful start for J.A. Holly.
Yeah, I saw he was looking at the front. I had a look back. He actually got wide at turn 1 on the gas and had to collect a counter steer, and he crashed into, I believe, one of the Alpines at the back. But before that, he made contact with maybe, I think it might have been one of the McLarens. I think it was Odin, I believe. And you can see Odin, if you go on board, he's lost his end plate at the front. He hit Odin when he can't.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
So, and Holly had already lost his front wing. He'd lost all of his front wing. So, unfortunate for Holly. But, you know, you have to say, when you get wide at turn 1 like that, it's going to be something that you're going to have to try and collect, and he couldn't do it. I'm thinking back to this at some Norris in the sprint in 2024, as we gone green immediately. As we're saying about the sprint, as we've got battling going on, so I'll leave it to
Rinsard is on Callum already. It's not been a great start for the multi-time tier 3 runner-up. Here goes Rinsard now, but Rinsard, he's got damage, and up the inside goes Abu. Great opportunistic move there from the Williams. He timed that to perfection there. He used the double toe. Callum's wide. Rinsard is already in. No surprise there.
He had damage.
Yeah, it's not a great start for him either.
Just looking at the back there, sorry, Pavel, just cut back to Pavel, went straight off at the hairpin, which wasn't great for him, so he's dropped back off the train. I thought he was going into the wall there, but he's managed to keep it out, so it's fine for him. But the Ferrari's now 1 and 2, and Callum's dropped to P3, and he has, he doesn't have any damage, I thought he did. Callum dropped to P3, dropped to P5 momentarily, he's up to P3 again. We've got this sort of train, but Rizzard's had his race completely ruined, and honestly, I can sympathise with him. I know what it feels to get wing damage at the start and have to drop back. You can see he's already 18 seconds off 15th. He's got a long way back, but I'm sure he can do it on the mediums. Probably have to go for another set of mediums after this, so it could be tricky.
Yeah, I think Kvitvik might try it on his teammate. The two Ferraris are going to have to work together here. Kvitvik he has a much tighter line, but he gets a bit of a snap of oversteer. Here comes the DRS for the first time. Callum's going to try as well. Does he try get alongside? He's going to go for it on Kvitvik, but Kvitvik is going for it on Hapolito. Round the outside, he goes. The two Ferraris battling once again. Callum alongside, but again the three of them stay in formation. But Callum gets a good exit off the final corner. Does he get Kvitvik down to turn 1? But Kvitvik's going to have the overspeed on his teammate. Tries to go around the outside. Does he cut to the inside? He does.
Oh, what a move!
Optic road contact! No! Oh, they both survived though, somehow. Somehow with no damage either. Pavel's out in the pits.
Yeah. Retired as Callum's now looking at Hapolito. That was very opportunistic from Kvitvik, but I completely like it. It was a great move there.
Yeah.
Hapolito's now, he's got to compose himself because he's lost position to his teammate. He can't let Callum past him. He's got to keep that position, but Callum's all over. Callum looks so racy at the moment. It's going to be hard in through here, but he's got to stay with Kvitvik. What did we say after qualifying? He made those mistakes, and on his final run, cost him probably about 2 tenths, should have had pole, but he's already got the lead again, so scrap that. He's got his mind set on the lead. He just needs to keep this pace up because he's looking very fast at the moment.
Yeah, but it's not over yet because it looks like Kvitvik's he's getting away though pretty quickly from on the back of his teammate, and there you go. It's almost within 1 second. Here comes Callum now. So Callum is now going for second. round the outside. He's going to try it, but Hapolito's going for his teammate into... Oh, Callum gets pushed out, though, as does Hapolito, which could allow Abu to have a go as well. Not quite, though. We got a yellow flag. That is... I couldn't tell who that was, but... Hapolito no longer has DRS on his teammate. Oh, and that is Jibbid.
Yeah, just going to say, the very naughty, random bubble Callum into the hairpin, very naughty from Hapolito there. He forced Callum off.
Yeah.
Callum's not going to be happy with that one. Don't know if it's warrant of a penalty, but definitely probably a warning. Callum's going to be all over the back of Hapolito again. You can see he's trying to put him under pressure. Hapolito's really struggling. He needs to find more pace here. He's just about at the moment hanging on. His teammates got in none for the middle sector, keeping him within the DRS. But they can't be doing this when you've got Walters in P5 on the hards. So he's only 1.6 off the train, because he's going to close back up on them if they keep squabbling like this. So Hapolito's hanging on for dear life. It's going to be close at the detection point.
Callum's hanging on for dear life as well now, because he's got about 8/10 now. Second now. I don't know if he was within DRS when they came onto the straight. He's not within a second now, and that now all of a sudden puts Abu into it.
He does.
Callum does get it just.
Yeah, just about. I thought he did for the detection point, obviously. Just a bit earlier than the exit.
Oh.
He did get a poor exit off the corner.
Abron Walters up in the 5th.
Yeah. Now the lead hard runner, interestingly.
Yeah.
Got a good little train forming here. We've got Soren on the hards behind Walters and Abra, so these could be the sort of lead hard runners in this race.
Yeah.
But they need to get the heads down. It's already 2.7 to the train. They've got to get that gap down, otherwise there's going to be no chance.
Motion God is round as well.
Yeah, at the back. That's not great for the Alpine. The Alpine's had a tough race so far, both of them. It's down to P14 now, so we've seen a lot of stuff ahead. As we say that, Miranda already up into P8, championship leader, winner in Australia. He's hunting down Soren. He's already almost at the head of their hard runners. He's going to be sort of gunning for this little train, I'm guessing. But he probably needs to work together with Soren, Walters, and Abra to try and catch the medium guys.
Yeah, it's been a great recovery from Miranda so far. Already up 7 positions, and he is doing a really good job so far. Is the Red Bull. I was going to say.
Quick Vic at the front. Sorry, just cut in.
Yeah.
Had a massive moment. The gap's now down. 5/10. Oh, he's round.
Oh no!
He spun on the gut. I didn't cut to that. That was so strange. At the exit of the corner, he spun it. He wasn't even, he wasn't still in the traction zone. He basically would have been full throttle at that point. So that tells me that the mediums are going to be really struggling, because if he's doing that already, then my word, as Miranda already up into 7th.
Yeah,
as Walters is wide ahead of him.
Quick bit now as Abra all over the back, because Abra's wide though. I was going to mention Abra, he has a history here, and he's going past Quitvic then for 4th. Quitvic, he shuts the door on Walters, but Walters up the inside then pulls the move that the Kvitvic did on him, and Walters with a very opportunistic move there as well. A great move from the McLaren there.
I'm not having a fantastic race. P4. He's looking very fast at this stage, Abra.
Yeah.
If he could maybe get the gap down to Abu and get his DRS, he could end up near the train here. 2.5 at the moment. Let's just see how that develops, because obviously the hards around this time will start to get into their own. The tyre wear mediums won't be great with Quitvic. You've got to be careful.
I think Soren might have made a mistake because he's dropped right off the back of our Miranda now. But I'll finish what I was going to say about Abra, because he, as he's got Walters still all over the back. But Abra, of course, a former Tier 2 winner here. He won here in Season 5 in that dramatic race. But here comes Walters now, back on him. Could Walters now try it? He's going for it. Up inside the hairpin, contact. Walters forces his way through though and becomes the lead hard runner once again. He's up into fourth now.
Really coming down, and see Callum's now took a lot of time out of Hapolito as well.
Yeah.
Hapolito, he's keeping it clean, but he seems to be struggling here. And Callum now on the back of him, he's looking fast at this stage, already down. Looking, just looks a lot more confident through this first sector. A bit wide there, but get a good run, it won't matter.
Miranda up into sixth now.
Almost.
He's
Randall.
got past Kvitvik now. So up 9 positions now. This is a remarkable recovery from the championship leader so far. But it just shows you qualifying can make your day tough, but it absolutely is not everything. And Miranda is performing a masterclass of a comeback right now. Oh, Walters, he's round. He's round at turn 7. Oh dear! Just as I said, he was running really well. He falls foul to the death curb, which now puts Williams up into 3rd and 4th. It's a very good position for them two now.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, 3rd and 4th for Williams. Walters just, he had it. He was catching, but he didn't need to. He didn't need to be pushing that much because he's already catching to Abu, and once he got that, the front two would be a bit of a sitting duckers. Callum looks on Hapolito.
Miranda's got another.
Callum, I know you didn't see that. Callum's almost just hit Hapolito with them both out. He's dropped off now. He's out of DRS. That was very little breaks from Callum. Very. Almost took them both out. Almost like trying to compare it to sort of like Vettel and Verstappen at Britain in 2019, where Vettel sort of got let on the brakes behind Verstappen and almost took them both out off the track.
Yeah.
That could have been big there, but unfortunately Callum, I think he did tag him and has obviously dropped down a bit.
Yeah.
As we now see Kvitvik down the inside of Abra. Abra keeping it there. Good racing between these two here.
Kvitvik round the outside though. He could try it. Oh, beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that was close. Oh, they hit. Walters now is on Abra again, and Walters gets through on the Pakistani. But what I was going to mention is that Miranda is up into 4th already. And
he's going to be 3rd in a minute.
He's going to be 3rd in a minute. Forget qualifying. You wouldn't think he'd had a bad qualifying off the back of this. But Kvitvik pulling the move that I pulled off on Souls in Tier 1, that beautiful move round the outside. As now Kvitvik has clearly found some pace again, as he's now all over the back of Miranda.
Miranda's got a cracking exit there. He's going to be all over the Williams. He's going to be up to P3. I think Callum's made a mistake on this lap as well, because he's now 3.6 behind. Does he have a... He can't have a punch out.
Miranda goes through into 3rd.
Callum's really struggling at the moment. He's dropping a lot of time. Miranda, up to 3rd.
Walters and Abra went wide.
Had a moment there. Dropped a bit of time, but he's okay. Miranda, as you say, up to P3. He's going to be on the back of Callum in no time, I believe. As I say, it's very Verstappen-esque, this drive from Miranda.
Yeah.
He's sort of getting them one by one. It's very menacing. You see the Red Bull behind you, think.
Oh, Kvitvik! On Abu. He's trying. He's trying it. He might now have a go. He's got some traction. There's Kvitvik. Round the outside he goes. Around the outside of the hairpin. Does he try it? Not quite. Does he get a better exit?
Good defending this from Abu.
Side by side into turn 7, but not quite. But Kvitvik, after that little wobble, he's found some pace as Walters now tries to get him as well. Oh God!
On the inside.
No.
That was opportunistic. He's almost done it.
Oh, Abrad's round. Abrad's round at turn 9, sorry.
Yeah, spin there for Abra.
Walters goes through it.
The inside.
Shit.
Almost very close.
Oh my. Nice move there from Walters. Lovely.
He's going to get a cracking exit because look at the exit he's just got. Look at the traction he's got now.
He's going to get them both. Yeah. Here he comes.
He's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS, the Williams defence to the inside, but he doesn't mind that. He's going to go around the outside. Is he going to go late on the brakes? Is he going to switch back? He's going to claim corner first, and that should be all she wrote. But is he still there? I believe on the outside. He's still there. Is Abu into the corner? Walters cuts it a bit. I don't think he's going to get away with that. And you see, Abu's now got the DRS. That's great racecraft from him. He's now got the DRS down the next straight, and he's going to be back ahead.
Yeah, he's got it, but can Walters make a text but up the inside move? But Kwiatkowski's going to try it up the inside of Walters now. So many moves have been tried there. Kwiatkowski, can he make it round the outside of? No, not quite. Oh, Gibbons been disqualified. What? How has he been disqualified? Multiple penalty. Here comes Kwiatkowski. Oh,
Walters almost to the back of the Williams there.
That's so tight.
He's not got a fronting exit. He's going all the way around the outside, is he?
No, not quite. But oh my days.
Now, can we see the Ferrari do what we see him do a lot of the time? Travels it down the inside. No. Covers that off. But great racing here. All the lines being taken. You can see Abu's really struggling, but he's keeping up Williams ahead. They've dropped so much time now.
He's not now because Walters is going for it. Up into turn 12. Oh, Quinn around the outside as well. Three wide between into turn 12. Round the outside goes Walters. Oh, what a move round the outside of turn 13. Unbelievable.
He doesn't have the DRS. The other two have the DRS. No. It's gonna be a sitting door. So
3 wide again. It's 3 wide.
3 wide again. Oh, it's into the corner. Oh, no switch back. What a move. Oh, he's off. He's off. Kwiatkowski's off. Oh God. This is great racing.
Kwiatkowski's dead now.
Great racing. You see, what has Matty Meister come from? He's up to P6. He's on the back of him already.
Miranda's past Callum as well.
Yeah, he's already up to P2.
Oh my God. What was...
Oh, he hits
Abu! Oh my God. Oh, and Matty's in this as well. Oh, contact! Big contact! Matty's in the middle. Matty's going for it. He's going for both of them here. Oh, contact, big contact. Mate gets both of them. Unbelievable. I'm in the fourth. What a move from Matty Meister. Unbelievable round the outside of the hairpin.
Yeah, he moved, but Abu is going to be frustrating Walter so much. He's cost him 9 seconds to Miranda. Remember, they were in the train only a few laps ago.
Oh!
He's already 9 seconds behind him.
Soren's
going off straight off.
Oh my days.
So much happening here. Hapolito's made a mistake.
Oh, he's made a mistake. I'm just making straight off. Miranda goes through.
Miranda leads. Miranda leads the Grand Prix from 15th on the grid on lap 11. He already leads.
What?
This is a great race.
What on earth is going on? Deary me!
Has Hapolito got a puncture maybe? That would explain it. The sudden drop off and he's straight into the box, no surprises there. Callum continues. How long are they taking these mediums? He's 2.6 seconds off his fastest lap. He can't keep doing this, Callum. He's going to cost himself so much time for Miranda.
I mean, if you take a look at his left front, that thing is absolutely done. He's now onto the hards to the end, I presume. But that now puts Matty Meister up into P3. Where the hell did he start? He started P10. So yeah, and
10.
So we've got two out of the top 3 right now that started in double-digit places.
He also big gainer. There's Tanja. Sorry.
Oh,
Tanja.
Side between Kwiatkowski and Abu. Yeah, carry on.
Miranda already, as you say, up into P1. That's incredible drive from him so far. This is why he is probably the favourite for the World Championship. But Callum on this lap game running wide. Can he claim the DRS? No, I don't think he does. He's got to be in this lap for Callum. He can't keep on these mediums for any longer. He's going to cost himself time. But in all fairness to Callum, he's done well on this stint. He's only a second behind Miranda, and he's going to undercut. So Callum's going to be obviously in the lead when Miranda can catch him. I think at this current stage you would say, yeah, he probably can. Callum then, good stint on the mediums, 12 laps. I think he could have probably come in a bit earlier, but we'll see. We'll see. He must have something in mind. As I guess he's in the box to start. Yes, he is. He's got to cover off Hapolito. I want to see what. I'm interested to see what these guys do. Rizzard, is he going to come in soon? I don't think he's made. Oh, Rizzard has made a stop.
Yeah.
Oh yes, sorry, Rizzard stopped on lap 1 because he had the damage. Yes, sorry. He's been brought back into this race.
He's on the 2-stop, yeah.
He's on the 2-stop, but he's been brought back into the race by all this fighting.
Yeah.
And even though he's got Soren behind him, who also hasn't made a stop, so Rizzard's caught Soren on pure pace. So if you want to put it that way, Rizzard now, he's probably just about fighting for victory in this race, because he's going to probably pit onto another set of mediums, I believe. Or on set of hards, because he only did 1 lap on the hards. So he's not over in this race. It's kind of what happened to me on Wednesday a bit for him. He's got the wing down, he's at the box, but he's still in the race because he's managed to recuperate the time. So very good from him. Miranda obviously 11 seconds in the lead. That's not reflective because of the gaps. Cal needs a good outlap here because Miranda's going to be in probably about 3 or 4 laps time. He needs to get that gap up as big as he can so that Miranda pulls it down. Hapolito's all the back of Soren here. And Hapolito has box, so he's undercut Callum. But yeah, very interesting so far. I think it's going to be really just towards the end whether Miranda can catch Callum.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and also for Rizzard as well, because surely he'll be coming in soon to probably fit the hards to the end, or maybe even mediums if he can make it last. Hapolito then through on Soren now, up into P6 now, legit P3 that should be. Walters gets a penalty, so that won't help him.
So Abra's now ahead of both on track.
Rizzard is in again, as I mentioned. He's done 11 laps on those tyres, so he will now go onto the hards to the end.
Yeah, he has to be on the hards. I mean, he probably won't be.
Yeah, he goes on the hards.
Those sort of hards that he had won't be well. He's going to maybe be able to. He could probably still get a top 6 here, depending on how his race goes. He looks fast, so if he can keep the speed up, maybe, you never know. But as I say, Abra could be on for probably not podium, maybe a P4. Yeah. He's been really cost by the spin he had because he would have been ahead of Walters, but it dropped him all the way back behind. So all that fighting that Walters has done, he could have skipped as Walters is looking really struggling now. Yeah. Abra's all over the back of him. Got a yellow flag in sector.
Might have been Soren or Callum. It would have been Soren because Callum's passed him now.
Yeah. So, not great for Soren. He's having a tricky race. Didn't have aggressive qualifying. He's obviously struggling with the track a bit. I just want to pick up on Abra here on the exit. With the low wings, he hasn't got much battery, but how Walter's got straight line speed to keep Abra at bay? I believe he does. So, it won't be this lap that he can make a move on the McLaren. But obviously, the race will start to calm down with the pit stops now. So, we should see a few of these guys on the hards, maybe in the next few laps.
Potentially. So Hapolito is now 17.4 behind Miranda, so he would be ahead of him, but not by much. And of course, Miranda's going to be on the mediums at the end, so that'll be interesting to see him close the gap down. Rizzard, he's only 9 seconds behind Kvitvic, so he's not lost too much time, although Kvitvic has made quite a few mistakes. But Rizzard, he could be, although he may not be fighting for like the podium or anything, he could be a bit of a dark horse. Zabra goes a bit wide now, coming into the hairpin, because well we know for a fact it's a 1-stop. Miranda gets a 3-second though, so that won't help him.
Yeah, Hapolito already 40 seconds behind the leader. He's looking very good. His hards are really working for him. So to check, how long has he been on the hards for? Because
Miranda, he's making mistakes. He's making big mistakes. Yeah. He's got a puncher on the front left. There's Miranda.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
No! Oh my God, no! how high is his tyre wear?
Only 15 laps, and you have to get the hards to 80% to get a puncture. So he must have really high tyre wear. Must be really attacking corners. That's completely ruined his race now. He's gonna have to box on the mediums early.
Polito's up to third. He's got both Walters and Abra there.
What I'm going to say is, if he's got a puncture now, the medium stint at the end is going to be very, very tiring for him.
13 laps. I don't think he can take it that mate. I think he's got to do 2 more stops.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see how he'd get, unless he's run over some kind of debris.
Maybe.
I don't see how he's going to get the mediums unless he manages a lot. But the hards already at 80% on lap 15. That is that is bad tyre wear from around. Maybe gone a bit too aggressive on the setup. Probably the consequence of crashing in qualifying is got to lock in the quali setup.
Soren's in as well. So
Soren hadn't made a pit stop yet. He just made a load of mistakes.
But I mean, Soren, Matty Meister, Abra. I don't know if they can get them to 13 laps, mate. It's going to be tight. I think we're going to see stuff tyre wear going to the wire here.
Yeah, we are. Abu's out.
He made contact with Armiranda. So
doesn't look like a safety car.
Oh my days! Armiranda's rear is everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Armiranda went through. Oh! What the hell happened?
Oh my God.
What the hell's going on?
He's got damage maybe.
He's clearly got technical issues or something.
He's run wide again.
He might have technical issues.
Yeah, it could be a possibility. He's weaving down the straight here.
I'll have a look in the chat. I'll see if he's put anything. Oh, it's oh no, that was at 25 past 7. So that was quite a while ago. Did it disconnect on him again? I don't know.
He's in again. He's up to box. He's got major front wing damage. He's got no front right. So he's probably got red wing damage on his front.
Yeah, probably.
It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Base head is great. I wonder if that made good contact maybe with the.
But it doesn't explain why he went straight on at turn 11.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Perhaps he genuinely had a wheel and he had wheel disconnect again. I don't know. But that has now absolutely ruined Armiranda's race, and Hapolito is going to be absolutely loving that.
Yeah, and he's 3 seconds ahead now. And Hapolito, after the strong P2 in Australia, Miranda's looked infurious in Australia. And Hapolito has just strolled into China and gone, okay, I'm having this weekend. And that's very reminiscent of what a world champion have to do. It's keep on the podium.
Yeah.
Miranda, I think he can still fight back for points here, but it's going to be a low point. So it's 3 seconds as well. We don't know if he's going to get a penalty for what happened with the Williams. And whatnot, but yeah, very tough for him today. He's gonna have to reflect on his race, and obviously unlucky with the issues as Walters is finding him. This is more like a hard stop time. Lap 18 is very slow there.
Yeah. It was a great stint from Walters. 18 laps on a set of hards. Wing damage, of course, a little bit. So he'll lose a bit of time there. That now has put Kvitvic up into third again, despite all his mistakes. His rear's everywhere though, so it's going to be difficult for Kvitvic to make it to the end, I think. But
you've also got Rizzard. You've got Rizzard there, who's Rizzard was a full pit stop behind, and he's already 5 seconds behind. He's got 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Basically. But he's ahead of most of these guys. Kvitvic on the hards for 7 laps. It's going to be tough to take them to the end, I think, for Kvitvic. and I think Abra and Matty are going to be really close. Rizzard could get a podium here still if he plays his cards right.
But Matty is gaining fast on Rizzard. Matty could be a bit of a dark horse here as well, but the problem for Matty is that I don't know if he's going to be able to take those mediums 13 laps. It's going to be very tight
same
on the yeah, same with Abra, same with Soren. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because Rizzard could have a bit of a tyre advantage come the end of the race, but he is gaining on Kvitvik. Well, I'm not surprised because he's got 2 lap fresher tyres than Kvitvik does. So Rizzard definitely not out of a podium yet. Is the Mercedes. It's been a great recovery for him considering he started 10th, got wing damage lap either 1 or 2. I can't remember what one it was, and he's still in P4. He's had an incredible debut.
Yeah, he has. I was just going to point out there that we did see Rizzard take the mediums 14 laps, and he was just about fine. So I think they should be okay. I think 15 laps should be okay. I think 13, 14 laps should be okay on mediums. It's going to be tight though, and they're going to have to manage it at one stage because they do wear fast. So that's something to look out for. Just to say, Callum took a bit of time out of Happy on the last 2 laps, about 6 tenths, with the 1 lap fresher tyres. So he looks to be faster in a straight line than Hapolito as well, which always helps.
Yeah. Miranda's past Infinity now. I have the utmost respect for Miranda for not giving up because he hasn't, and he could still get points because he knows championship is at stake with Hapolito being all the way up in the lead at the moment. Interestingly, Matty Meister's not gaining now on Rizzard, so perhaps I wouldn't imagine his tyres are going off yet, but Rizzard is clearly managing those hards very well as he's gaining quite significantly on Kvitvik now.
But you've also got to remember Abra behind him is now within Kvitvik's DRS.
Yeah.
I don't think the mediums will be able to get on the hard run. So that looks like a lapse of strategy error, but they've basically had the race ruined by all the fighting they had with Walters. Obviously, full respect to Walters, he kept it mostly clean. Well, he had a great defence there. Some of his moves were unbelievable. But, yeah, it sort of ruined their race. And it looks like Rizzard could be on for a podium here, I think. If he can catch Kvitvik on the fresher tyres, he looks just generally faster than Kvitvik. Is there any possibility he could? Oh, he has a moment there, but... he's still about 4 seconds behind, even with a little mistake, so...
Yeah.
Looks like it could be possible. I don't think Callum's going to catch Hapolito at this stage with the gap now going back up to 3.1. But Callum was reserved a bit of battery for this straight to burn, but Hapolito's just got it. Hapolito looks in control here.
Yeah, he does. He does. He, of course, he was so close to winning in Australia. He could do it here in China. But of course he's got Callum breathing down his neck at every step of the way. This is a much more encouraging performance this time round from Callum. He was of course disappointed. Abra now up into 5th. He gets past Matty Meister and he'll be past Rizzard as well because he doesn't have a penalty and Rizzard does. Abra, he came into tonight with absolutely no practice at all, so this makes his drive even more impressive. But here comes Matty Meister now up the inside, but he can't quite get the Pakistani.
Did he look up the inside? No, just about. I think Abra still got on the podium here because I think Kvitvik's tyres are going to go.
Yeah, I agree.
And Abra's got the fresher, sort of, he's got 5 lap tyre advantage and he's on the mediums. There's any chance they could probably close up as Matty's looking. Not looking at moving Abra at this stage. But Abra's just got to keep his tyres in check because I think Kvitvik will fall off. He's already done 10 laps on those tyres.
Yeah.
He's got to do what? 20. He's trying to do 20 laps on the hards. That's a long way. We saw
18, isn't it? 18 on the hards because he hit lap 10, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I think it's 30 laps. 18, yeah.
Yeah.
So Miranda Puncher at 15, but we did see Rizzard take them 20 laps.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 20 laps. God, 18 laps. So
Yeah.
he should be fine, but
Yeah.
it's just time that he's going to lose.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible to take the hards just because I took the hard 17 laps yesterday. So up the inside goes Matty Meister, and nice move from him there. But does Abrar come back at him? Not quite.
Good exit from Abrar here, though. We'll get him back. Actually, he does get a good exit.
Miranda's out.
Miranda's out.
Oh, it caps off an awful race for him. Up the inside goes Abrar again. Matty comes back though, side by side. Does he try get it around the outside now? Oh, that's tight. But Matty Meister gets back through again. And all this is allowing Rizzard to get away. Oh, Abrar around the outside again though. No, not quite.
Yeah, I was looking at where Miranda crashed. He crashed in a really weird spot. It was on like the outside of the left-hander. And Abu saying that Miranda took him out of the fast right-hander, so probably some sort of issue for Miranda there.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate for him. You know, that is a tough race for him, Miranda, today. Look, he's still got 25 points in his pocket.
Yeah.
The gap's going to be 18 points to Happilito if it stays like this, was like it will.
Yeah.
Not to commentate curse Happilito, obviously. You know, it looks like it's going to be a deficit that is catchable. I mean, all you have to do is look at real life and you see Norris come from 34 points back to 24 points. Well, Verstappen knew it in 22 behind Leclerc. He had 2 DNFs in the first 3 races. He came back, he won the championship by over 100 points. It's possible, it's not over. But it's a confidence breaker to him that he's got to deal with this now. And he's got to look at himself and go, okay, I've had a tough race here. I've had issues here and there. Yeah. Some of them not out of my control, some of them have been my control, I've made mistakes. But I could have won this race today, and I was leading on the hards from P15. That just shows how much pace he has, and he's going to come back strong around.
Still...
as Abrar and Matty still fighting. Great battle from these two here.
Yeah, I know. It's been a great fight from them two today. And
we've got another fight as well, Soren and Walters. I think Walters might just have him.
Yeah.
But Soren's keeping on the back of him here.
Yeah. I think the mediums are going off now for these guys already, because Abrar's lap time last time around was 2.4 seconds slower than his previous best. So I think 1.4 already in the second sector. So yeah, so Rizzard may have fourth, and he's looking still to get on the back of Fitbit for third here.
From him, I mean, I can't believe what he's doing at the moment. You got to remember he lost a pit stop to Happilito. He's only 18 seconds behind. Actually, he had a pit stop with wing damage, so he's probably lost about 10 seconds. If he hadn't had that any technically, he would be probably in the leader by about 5-10 seconds, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, I know.
But it's also, or did he change his wing? Yes, he did. So, which is insane to think about. So it shows that he's had a great race today. And he really should have probably been challenging at the top without the unfortunate incident at the start.
Yeah. It just shows you how close the top of tier 2 are. I know the gaps may say otherwise, but especially at the top, Callum's been keeping up with Happilito at the front, and Rizzard would have definitely been there as well. I think we set a pretty good threshold for tier 2, because it's providing some cracking racing.
Oh, great! Yeah, it really is. Yeah, 100%. It's, you know, you look at the gaps, you think, okay. Well, for example, Walters down in P7.
Ooh,
has he
with a bit of a slide, which now
Rizzard's
almost on the back of him now.
Oh, as Abrar's gone wide, he's made a mistake.
Yeah, Matty Meister goes through again. But Ridzard now, he can smell third place. He can see it.
Remember, he has got the penalty.
Kvitvik, but Kvitvik is starting to crack here.
Yeah, and he's struggling.
And Kvitvik's tyres are going to be absolutely dead at the end.
He might be in puncture territory, which is the issue. He's got to manage him. And, you know, I know he's going to want P3, but he's also got to think, okay, Rizzard's got a penalty. If I just don't fight him, let him go.
Yeah. And
I just got to stay within 3 seconds. But if he fights him, he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle to keep his tyres to the end. So as I was saying, has Walter's down pace been what? What's the gap? Let's check his lead to the gaps. Has he been 33 seconds slower than Hapolito over 25 laps? Absolutely categorically, he hasn't been that much slower than Hapolito. It's just the instances that he's been involved in the battles that have made it really interesting at the start, and it's now built up this gap that we see at the end of the race. So, the race gaps are not representative of where the drivers are in terms of pace, and actually Callum's starting to really in Hapolito here, 2.6. Hapolito's tyres will be obviously going quicker than Callum's, so we've got to watch out for that, because Hapolito will hit a cliff where Callum will have 1 lap basically extra way, probably going to gain about, I'd probably think, as Kvitvik goes wide there,
he's within DRS now. It's Ridzard, so he has caught that with 4 laps to go, so if he's gaining about a second a lap, it's going to be tight here, but it's possible that Ridzard could get a podium here. Kvitvik's saving his ears. He's not got nearly as much battery as Ridzard does. It's going to be very, very tight for the end of this race. Kvitvik goes wide.
Yeah, this is going to let him through.
Yeah, he does.
He couldn't be doing that, Kvitvik. He can't be doing that when Ridzard's on the fresher tyres, because he's going to struggle, and he's gone wide again there.
Oh, dear.
Ridzard's going to be pushing like crazy now. He'll be able to smell a podium, and he's got Robbie arresting the Ferrari. He needs to get down the road. He needs to be like lightning, because Kvitvik's really struggling. He'll definitely know he's got a podium chance he has. Callum now, as I say,
2.1.
What did I say about the tyre cliff? 2 seconds coming out of the hairpin. Happily will be hitting that cliff now, and Callum will be catching him. He'll smell blood, Callum. As Rizzard just did, he needs to try and get close and force a mistake as he gets wide there. He's really pushing, you can see Callum. But that's not going to help him out for this middle sector going wide. He's lost him a bit of time, but only 2 tenths. But Callum will hit the cliff as well, so it's only 1 lap tyre difference. No, it's not massive. It's not like he's got 3 laps. He's got 1 lap. So it's not happily. He's still got this in the palm of his hand, but he can't afford to make a mistake, because I think if Callum gets into the DRS, Callum's going to be really faster than him to try and challenge him.
I think Kvitvik has already hit that cliff because he's done 15 laps on those tyres, and he's now on the 16th lap, and he's Hapolito has gained back though on Callum. He
has. Callum made loads of mistakes on that lap. He's lost loads of time. Callum not using none in the corners, interestingly. You see Hapolito in the hairpins and stuff, he's using none. Callum, no, he's a medium. He shouldn't be doing that.
No.
He's got no battery now to use, you can see. So poor battery from Callum, he needs to use none in the corners. We've got Abrar and Matty again battling. These two have been stuck together for probably about over half the race at this point. They're providing great race. Abrar's back ahead.
Kvitvik is holding on though to third place. He's just got to keep that gap within 3 seconds.
But he's got to push though. This is the issue.
Matty's back past Abrar again, but Abrar would have 5th anyway because Matty has a penalty. Walters has 6 seconds, so he'll be behind Soren as well. But Callum, I think his tyres have now hit the cliff. He's now not gaining as much. He's now losing time on Hapolito. So Callum needs to take his chance, but he hasn't. I don't think he'll be able to do it unless Hapolito gets. Odin's got a puncher as well with 2 laps to go.
16 laps. So Kvik should be okay, but it depends how much he's pushed his tyres.
Yeah.
It might be best for Rizzard here. Sounds really, stupid in case something happens at the front. Best thing for him to do might just be to back off.
Maybe, yeah.
Miranda's left the session. Back off and force Kvik into a move into him. As he's gone wide there.
Oh, Kvik goes back through. Okay. Abra gets past Matty again.
I know I told him to back off, but I didn't mean it like that.
I don't think you meant that much. As here comes Rizzard again into third.
The only thing he can do
now
is try and make Kvik fight and make his tyres wore down.
I think that's what he's doing. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, Rizzard, massive snap. Side by side between the pair of them. That's so close. Oh, contact. This is the final lap. They're on 15 and 17 old lap tyres respectively.
Switch back from Kvik.
He gets a snap though. Is that his tyres done now? It could be. But I'll cut to Apolito because he has driven a pretty dominant race since he has been out front since the pit stop, and he has not looked back. And it is going to be a big win for Apolito. He missed out with 3 corners to go in Australia, but there is no denying him the win this time. He has controlled the race brilliantly, and Apolito, the German, wins round 2 here in China. Callum comes home in second. Kvik and Rizzard still battling, but it will be Kvik because of Callum, because of Rizzard's penalty. So Kvik makes it a Ferrari 1-3. Rizzard a great performance to come home in P4. Abra will be P5 because of Matty's penalty, and then Matty will be P6. P7 will be Soren because of Walters' penalties. And then P8 will be Walters. P9 will be Tanya. P10 will be Riley. P11 will be Infinity, I believe. Yeah. P12 will be Motion God. And P13 will be Odin. Apolito, though, has controlled the field today, and he takes a decisive championship lead up at the front. But boy, did he have to work for that, especially in the first stint.
100%. Great race there. I mean, you can talk about the standard of racing in both tiers there.
Top quality.
And people can go to tier 2 and think, okay, the standard of racing will be worse in tier 2 than it is in tier 1. I completely disagree with that because that was cracking today.
Yeah.
Some great battles on track. Abra, Matty, Rizzard, Kvik. Miranda obviously battling his way through the field before he had the issues. We had Abu holding up Walters with a great fight between him, Abra, and then himself. And obviously Apolito coming out with the win. He'll be delighted with that. I think today we you talk about a champion's drive. Apolito at the last stint, yeah, he probably was the fastest. Even though Callum did gain a bit on him. Apolito kept it consistent, and in the first stint, I don't think he was the fastest.
No.
Well, I think Kvik was a bit faster than him, actually, his teammate. But what you see there is Apolito keeping his head, keeping it intact. Kvik spinning, Apolito keeps his head, keeps it in calm, keeps himself in the zone, and he goes on to win the race by just over 2 seconds. That is what a champion's drive is all about.
Yeah.
If he wants to win the title this season, if he can do that more often, I'm sure he's going to be the favourite, because that was a great drive to go for him.
Yeah, absolutely was. Of course, Callum kept him honest the whole way. Callum's first podium in a very long time in GSR, and Kvik getting his maiden podium in third. I'll just go through the. Of course, we had 5 non-finishes, but pretty good non-finish ratio considering that there are 18 drivers today. But some of the battles absolute standouts in that race, and that was some top quality racing from like you said, just because all the tier means is that they're slightly slower on pace. That does not mean that they cannot race, and that was some incredible battling in that race.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm getting the flowers at the moment in the chat. Probably one of the most enjoyable races I've watched in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was absolute cinema. I'm going to put it that way. That was absolute cinema.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree. So, Apolito and Callum, I'll tell you what, Callum's been a bit down in the dumps after his he just said that was so fun after his relative disappointment in we'll go to podium interviews in a second. Yeah, after his down in the dumps performance in Australia, that was an awesome comeback from for Callum, and potentially the start of his championship charge as well if he can keep up those performances.
Yeah, no, great drive from Callum today, as you said. I know Callum was a bit angry with what happened to him, obviously with the pens, and there's times are done by the stewards, as he's trying to call. There is times in sort of in racing where you can feel down, but then to pick yourself back up and sort of get on the podium. Yeah, it's very very good drive from Callum today. So as he joins the call, welcome mate. Very good drive from you today, and happily so well done on the one, mate.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait for the third, and then we'll obviously start the interviews.
Yeah, hopefully,
if he joins.
Hopefully, Kvitvic will join, and then we'll get started on what was a very very good race. Oh, we got a new driver joined us. Nice, from TMS. So I will deal with that after this stream. But yes, we'll see if Kvitvic joins us. If not, then we'll get started with the interviews and what was a very entertaining race, some top quality racing. I must say, bravo to Tier 2 in its 2 return races back. It has already made a name for itself, and why it was a crime to get rid of it. Okay, so
I can't find the channel to send to him. That's not the same.
Oh, let's have a look. So, just as I thought, Armiranda's wheel disconnected 4 times. Oh my, that is just horrific luck from him. To have it once is bad enough, but 4 times is just on another level of bad luck. He was looking so good as well. There's Kvitvic. So
he's in. Right.
Yeah.
We can start with him then.
Awesome. So so we shall start with our third place man, Kvitvic. Finally on the podium, mate. You must be delighted with that.
Oh yeah. Hi all. Actually, it was a delightful race. I spun a few times, but it was actually a really great comeback.
Yeah, I did notice you had a few spins. Is that why you decided to come in slightly earlier than the others, because it was right on the line with the tire wear at the end up against Ridzard?
Yeah, I was following the guys and I couldn't overtake them anywhere, so I fried my tires. It was like 2 or 3 laps behind them. So until the last corner, I saw that they were lost. So I went to change tires and try to preserve the hard ones until the end.
Yeah, and you did an awesome job there. Another thing that we noticed was you going for some pretty ambitious moves. You were not afraid to go for moves such as up the inside then round the outside at turn 1 and 2. Up the inside at turn 9 at one point, up the inside round the outside at turn 12 at one point. You know, I mean, you were very, very aggressive in that race.
Yeah, I was trying just to see actually where can I find grip to overtake and not just take the usual lines.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Were you almost the master of that? I think that might have rubbed some of the drivers up the wrong way there, but how were your tires at the end of the race? Because they must have been screaming. And did you think you could hold on against Ridzer? Because of course he had 2 lap fresher tires than you.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, because when I came into fight with him, I totally wasn't paying attention to my tire wear, but based on the feeling, it was, I'm not sure if they could have lasted 2 more laps. If there were, let's say, 2 more laps, I think I might be falling to 4th place.
Yeah, and obviously, great points for Ferrari there. I appreciate that. But yeah, but we got Bahrain coming up next week. How you feeling for that? Because obviously you had a very good performance this week. Do you think you can carry that through into next week?
First of all, kudos to Rizek. It was a really great fight against him. And forwarding to Bahrain, hopes are up, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we will indeed. Jake, any questions for Quick?
Yeah, just one. We saw obviously you took the lead on the medium stint at the start, ahead of your teammate, and then you obviously had a bit of a spin at the long right-hander. So my question is, did you feel like the hards were better tied than the mediums today? We saw you obviously took the hards a lot longer. Did you feel that maybe if you'd done the opposite strategy to what you did and you'd started on the hards and then gone to the mediums at the end, do you think you could have had a better race there? Because you seem to be a lot stronger on the hards and managing them than you were on the mediums at the start. But maybe if you have that sort of fresh grip at the end, you could have really come at the front two.
Might have been, but my spinning in front of him, can't remember which turn was it, was controls on my wheel were twisted. So instead of switching to medium, I actually clicked to overtake, and that's why I spun.
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense because yeah.
But for starting on hards, actually I haven't done that, so not sure if it could have been. But I know for hards I can push more with hard tires, so I can extract more from them in a little bit of long period of time. On mediums, if I try to push a little bit harder like I did on hard tires, they would have been cooked more recently.
Yeah.
Well, all in all,
obviously-
I'm satisfied as things are.
Sorry, go on, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was just gonna say just then we saw that the spin was sort of at the end of the traction sort of application when you put the overtake on, so that makes sense as to why you spun. But obviously, still a great race from you today, and congrats on the P3 podium. And as you say, great points for Ferrari, and I'm sure you're going to be probably the setting the standard for the constructors this season. So yeah, congrats, mate.
Thank you. It was a great race.
Yeah. It absolutely was, but now we move on to our second place runner, Callum. That was quite a bounce back from what was well. You were very vocal about the decisions made after Australia, but there is no denying that you will have the P2 this time. That must feel awesome.
Yeah, I'm so tired now. I was, yeah, it was stressful with everything going on around me. I had Vic spin in front of me and I had a heart attack, I think. And then I spent the entire race trying to catch up to the other Ferrari, which was impossible. And then the tires, but I'm very pleased with pace. Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know when your last podium was. It was, you know,
In here, it was 4 years, 5 months ago. It was like June
wow.
2021. I think I checked. Yeah.
Jesus. That is
Yeah.
that must make it sweeter because because it's been so
Yeah.
it's been so long. We noticed you were catching up to Hapolito at the end, and then you fell away. Was it just the tires hitting the cliff?
Yeah, I saw him lose pace on like a lap, so I thought I'll try and do something, see if I can just put in a pace and maybe even make a mistake 2 seconds in front, but then he didn't, and my tires were dead, and I was like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, my tires were in the 70s. They were so dead after that, and it was like, no point trying. I was also on 2 warnings.
I see.
So
I see. But still, 6th and 2nd in your first 2 races, which puts you pretty high up in the championship. I mean, surely continued performances like this, you could be a championship contender for the first time since season 6.
that's the goal. I'm not here to be P6 every race. But yeah, we'll see. If I could have pace like that every week, I'd be happy. Compared to the first race, that was much better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and you have a good track record with Bahrain. I think it's 3 poles you've got there, and I think it's a few podiums there as well. So are you confident going there next week?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can actually race it. I think I'm busy that evening, so I'm about to miss out, which does annoy me because I'm good there. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe if I do race, I'll be good there. But if I don't, then I'm sure it's for the Ferraris to chase a win with each other. They're very good.
Yeah. Hopefully you can. Jake, any questions for Callum?
Yeah, just one. I know we just sort of touched on it a minute ago, but obviously, I know you felt hard done by after last week about the pen situation. But just the sort of way, what would you say the way you've been able to pick yourself up over the past week is obviously to come to China. It's not the trickiest track in the world, but it's certainly not the easiest track in the world, especially with the low grip. What would you say was the main thing this week to sort of get your head in the right space for the race and to be able to come onto the podium, P2? Would you say that it's sort of it's just a sort of, okay, Australia's in the past, it's done now, we've got to get it out of the way, not sort of think on it too much, just get to the next race and put my head down and prove that I can fight for the title?
Well, I mean, I'm usually quite good here for some reason, but even then, I mean, I didn't like. Australia didn't like bother like the I wasn't thinking about Australia going like, wow, I was bad there. I didn't practice enough before that, so that's my pace was poor. But even then, no, it didn't affect me. I wanted to have a good enough pace to where no penalty could put me a position back. Which I did. So really, I could have got a 3-second in the last lap for the track limits, but no, it didn't matter. But no, it didn't. It was good. It was good to have good pace, but Australia didn't matter to me. I'm just good at China. That's all.
Yeah, mate. That's all for me, really. Congrats on the 2nd place. You had to work hard for it today, but you got there eventually, and hopefully we can see you here more often in the next few races. So yeah, congrats, mate.
Cheers.
now we move on to the winner and our new championship leader, Hapolito. After just missing out on the race win with 3 corners to go in Australia, you were absolutely unstoppable today. That must feel like you made up for last race.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I mean, it was a good race. I mean, qualifying was really good. I felt quite uncomfortable last Friday in qualifying in Australia because it was like wet conditions, and I tend to not be that good in wet conditions. So I'm glad it was dry today, and I just got my lap together. I mean, the first lap was really good, and then second lap I invalidated. Third lap was decent, but also I wasn't quite happy with it, but it was enough for me, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, the first few laps I struggled, like when lap 1, 2, 3, I just didn't have the pace. I don't know, I didn't know why, and I still don't know why, but luckily for me, I could kind of pull a gap then to the guys behind me, and yeah, I just drove the race to the end.
Yeah. Because we noticed did you make a little mistake on the lap that you came in, which I think was lap 11. That was when our Miranda got you. What happened there? Because you lost about 2 seconds or something.
That's actually, I don't know myself what happened. I didn't oversteer. Nothing happened. I don't know if it was a pothole or something. I just downloaded the clip from PlayStation onto my phone because it's a really bizarre clip. Like literally nothing happens. I just slightly touch the curb and suddenly it's like I've hit a wall. Like on the straight, there's nothing. Like it's really bizarre. Like hopefully I will be able to send the clip into the Discord, but it's a really bizarre clip. So I don't know.
Yeah, and obviously you've got quite a considerable championship lead now going into Bahrain. That must make you confident going to Bahrain. But how are you feeling for it? Because of course we have no idea what your pace is pretty much anywhere. So how are you feeling then for Bahrain?
Yeah, I feel like I will be good as well there because like I didn't really practice for Australia. I didn't really practice for China as well. Like I just looked at the strategy what I should drive, and I haven't like really raced in a league race around Australia or China or like anywhere. Like I feel like just on the raw pace, I think I will be up there as well. Because just I don't know, just things tend to work for me, and I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work in Bahrain.
Yeah. And the last big question, had our Miranda not have had all those wheel disconnections, do you think you could have kept up with him at the end because he would have been on the mediums?
To be honest, like if I wouldn't have like for some miracle drove against a wall on the straight, I would have had a 4-second gap to him.
Yeah.
I was on the mediums and was on hards. I think around lap 10, I still kind of was gaining on mediums, which was quite bizarre. Like I was running a lone downforce, actually a high downforce setup.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because of the like amount of. I don't know. Like I felt quite good on the mediums. Then I had an incident on the straights. I don't know why. But I think yeah, it would have close. The hard strategy, like you have a lot better tires to fight at the end of the race because the mediums like lap 27 or 26 they will have like 70-80%, and hards will maybe have a little bit less. It's just better to like fight with them. So I think I would have had an advantage at the end of the race, but until then there could be a possibility that he would have gapped me, that I wouldn't even be in his DRS. That actually I think he could have won, but that's actually just unlucky for him to have 4 wheel disconnections. I hope he can fix it for Bahrain so we can have a clean race.
Yeah. Jake, any questions for our race winner?
Yeah. I just want to know. Obviously, you finished second last week. After you got your 10-second removed, you finished P1 here, lead the championship. What would you say is going to be the biggest thing for you this season? Are you focused on the title immediately, or are you thinking, okay, I've had a good start to the season, I've set my foundation. I've made it clear that I'm going to be a race winner this season. I'm going to be fighting for wins and maybe the title at the end. Have you got all the title in your mind? Have you set that as your goal, or sort of as a newer driver, are you thinking, okay, I'm just going to try and keep this form up, and then when we get to the end of the season, I'll decide whether or not I'm good in for the title.
To be honest, I think to like now aim for the title already, I think it's quite ambitious. To be honest, it's like these were my first 2 league races ever. Like I have never driven 50% before.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's like I'm completely new to like league racing. I think for now it's just about getting experience and just trying to score the most points out of every weekend. Yeah, obviously there are some quick drivers in here which won't make it easy. Already score a lot of points, so I'm kind of like focused on experience because like also to learn like the tire advantage you can have like by boxing a lap later, or like just basic things like people tend to know already because like they have the experience, but I just don't have any. So I think this will just be my main focus for now. Yeah, just I'm right now like kind of driving slew assist, traction control, and I have the other one still on. I'm like really practicing really hard to like turn it off. Like I'm really looking forward to like become even quicker and maybe race in tier 1 in a season or 2. So yeah, I think it's for now it's just about experience and getting quicker and getting better, and then maybe later on in the season I will be able to say, okay, maybe I can concentrate on the championship as well.
Yeah, mate, that's a great answer. Congrats on the win. And I think you really, as I say, I think you've set the standard today that you're going to be a threat this season. But I think the main impressive thing today was just how consistent you were throughout the race and how you kept your head. So congrats, mate. It's a great win. You've got a great start to the season. I'm sure you're going to build on this momentum. I'm going to see you here again quite a few more times. So yeah, congrats, mate. Enjoy the win for this week. But Bahrain next, you're going to have to come back stronger for that. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and that's it then for all the China action for this week. Next week we head to Bahrain for the first of the 2 night races for round 3 of both seasons. Tier 1 will be on Wednesday at 7 UK, and Tier 2 will be back on Friday at 7 UK. But for now, I've been your host, AG302. Jake has been alongside me. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.